There we go again. It is game number 3 in the best of 3 grand final here on the Comic Con live from Bucharest. Yes, this is no joke. We are actually on the event and it's so much fun to cast, especially because it's 1-1. The first game was won by Next.pls, the second one by TCN. There they actually showed us how good they are. And now the question is, can Next.pls strike back, take it 1-0, or is TCN actually going home? I mean, on paper they are the favorite, but I know Next.pls. We saw it in the first game. A surprising kill lead especially led to TCN just crumbling under their pressure, and I hope we're gonna see something like this again. Right now we see Darkseer, Sand King. Well, it looks like we're gonna see some fight heavy stuff coming out again by Next.pls. Anyway, some shout out of course, like in the chat, Omicron, thank you for making all this possible. Shout out to you, it's pretty nice. Romania is pretty cool, I have to say. Comic Con, it's so much fun. Culture enjoys it as well. And well, Tristor Kebab, we're gonna check that out. Like, I have no idea what that is, but like later I guess the team's gonna tell me what you exactly mean. Also shout out to the Make-A-Wish Foundation from the United Arabian Emirates, and of course all the guys from TCN, Next.pls, Balkan Bears, XPC, Logitech. So far, an awesome experience this event. Anyway, let's focus on the game though. We have a lot of drafting to do.
Yeah, like you said already, Darkseer as well as the Sand King up for Next.pls. That combination is just a winning combination, and the first game in this whole tournament, we don't see District 12 up on his Rubik because TCN, they grab themselves the Rubik instead. They have the Mirana with it. It's a pretty decent combination. Telekinesis, not the best setup for the Mirana arrow, but with the right skills on the Mirana, if he angles himself correctly and so on, it will still be able to land. And TCN actually kind of a respect ban now as they ban out the Tidehunter.
Yeah, absolutely. It's the second time we see respect bans. First it was the Beastmaster, after it was so nice, nicely played by Next.pls, and now we actually see the Tidehunter because, yeah, I mean, how can I say it? I mean, in the last game, they sort of like avoided the Tidehunter Ravage by like just rushing BKBs on 3 heroes, but still, they don't want to see him because Tidehunter in all of the games, like they had a decent farm, and yep, they just don't want to see it again. Also, wow, TCN, they go and ban the DK. That's now a surprise, to be honest, because the DK worked out so well in the last game. Why banning it?
Yeah, it's really weird. I mean, I guess they don't want to give it away, and if they ban it, it obviously means that there's no way that they want to play it themselves. They have completely something other in mind. I mean, the puck is available. Actually, the Invoker is still available as well for the mid lane, and I think TCN might be aging for that hero.
Yep, absolutely. I mean, so far everything is pretty much out. I also like that, yeah, we don't see an Ancient Apparition. Oh, actually, no, I don't like it. I'm talking crap here. We haven't seen a single Ancient... No, actually, we have seen one Ancient Apparition yesterday. I'm lying. But overall, I don't know, the teams... They ban it sooner or later, mostly in the second ban rotation, but also in some games it's just getting ignored here on the Comic Con. So Iceblood not being that popular here, especially with the two Romanian teams. And now, look, they respect ban the Tidehunter and the Beastmaster is coming out. And why not? Next.pls, it worked out in the first game. Why not going in the second game for it?
Yeah, it actually the Beastmaster overall has the aura with the attack speed, can scout out with the Hawk. The slowdown from the board as well even works on BKB targets, as does of course his ultimate. And even the Wild Axes, they actually do a lot of damage. They have a huge range. So if there's a vacuum followed by a Burrow Strike, or even if there's no Burrow Strike, just a vacuum, the Wild Axes will connect on everybody and deal a ton of damage in itself already.
Yep, absolutely. It's... Well, this time BKB alone is not a solution. You also have to play very well on this one. But I'm curious what's coming out now for TCN. It has to be a second support. I'm pretty sure they go for it already. I mean, they secured the Mirana. The good thing is that Shadow Demon would be available. Look at it. But it's Shadow Shaman. Okay. It was something with Shadow.
Yeah, you were partially right, let's say it like that.
50%. I got the 50% up. But I don't know. It's Mirana, Shadow Demon. I consider it such a strong combination, but TCN here, they don't go for it. The Shadow Shaman seems to be more important for them. I mean, in the last game, of course, the Wolves did quite some pressure on the tower. They used it each and every time. Not used on cooldown, but I don't know. In the team fights, it didn't have too much of an impact. But like when it came to towers, then it was definitely decent. I still would prefer the Shadow Demon just for rotating Mirana arrow into it, Soul Catcher on the heavy targets, etc. So I'm kind of disappointed. But Shadow Shaman will do. And on this time, we don't have a Rubik on the other side who can steal all the time the wards, which happened actually last game. But even with those nice steals by Synergy, by the way, an awesome young player, Synergy. And yeah, this time won't work out.
Well, I mean, Rubik at the moment, to be honest, for TCN themselves, if and actually it's kind of likely as well that he will be able to steal the
Look at
Primal Roar.
this.
Oh, well, it's a sick combination because the Primal Roar is a really long lockdown with the Skyref Mage ultimate on top of that. That will just destroy anybody.
Remind me, please, we casted this week. It was this week even a game with a Skyraf match, some tier 1 team. Did Fnatic go for it? Did Navi go for it? Like, who went for it, the Skyraf support? I can't remember, but like it's not the first time we see this, and now that Next.pls actually picked it up. I also liked what we saw yesterday because there also we saw some Fnatic elements with Tiny Wisp, also the Leash and Dream Protector combination. So these teams here also they follow the scene, of course. They try out those combinations as well. This time we have a Skyraf Mage. It's a very rare pick, but here today this is gonna be awesome. You already mentioned it, Primal Raw into the Skyraf Ultimate. This is gonna hurt.
It most certainly is, and I think it was Power Rangers. I'm not too sure, but I think it was Power Rangers using the Skywrath Mage. But TCN, they go for the Clockwork as their own initiation. I mean, it's pretty good because Next Place has 3 melee heroes. But if he cogs, that's an easy setup for the Skywrath ultimate.
Yeah, that's the downside of the cogs. You might as well. I don't know. You really have to go for 4 stuff sooner or later on a clockwork because like if the cogs come out and you don't get out of them pretty fast, you might as well just die from the Skywrath Mage. But I don't know. I like the draft so much. The only problem with Next Please is that they need a core, and that core needs to get through. Because right now, okay, you got a lot of heavy magical damage. You got the wall, nice setup, nice AOE and everything, nice single target with the Skywrath Mage there. But who's gonna do the right clicks? Sooner or later, the right clicks have to come out if the game goes late. And I don't think TCN is interested in getting that late because they got all the means for a counter push and they have all the means for a push in form of the Shadow Shaman. All they have to do is make a pick-off before, then create some space around Clockwork, maybe even being aggressive with the cogs, and then space created for the wards, tower by tower going down. Let's see, maybe even we see some more push potential coming out by TCN if they want to, but I don't even think so. They got a decent draft so far. I mean, a conservative draft, let's call it like this. Nothing surprising so far.
Yeah, there really isn't, but I mean, next please, if they don't go for like heavy hitter or something for like super late game, it maybe won't be as bad depending on the fifth pick for TCM because it's not like Mirana is the hardest of carries for themselves, but they do go for a gyrocopter. I mean, I had it in the back of my mind only a little bit because just the cooldown is such a massive AoE ultimate, and of course the flag cannon. It's like it helps as well, I guess. And of course, the rocket barrage, it's pretty decent against Clockwork because the Clockwork comes in, goes for the power cogs to trap you in, Gyrocopter suddenly rocket barrage is into the face of the Clockwork himself.
Yep, absolutely. But I mean, we had that topic yesterday, and every time we cast from home, we talk about that as well. I'm not a gyrocopter fan. It's for me, it's just 2013, and even the buff on the homing missile. It's for me, it's just not enough. It's just not enough to bring him back as a single core. That time is gone. Like unless they change something with flag cannon, for example, or I don't know, agility gain, something like that. I just don't see him. Not in comparison to other better carries. But next, please, they already did it yesterday. I think that game actually it went well for them with the gyrocopter, but to be honest, the gyrocopter wasn't there the key hero that actually made all the damage. The rocket barrage there was, of course, as usual, absolutely strong against single pickoffs, also early game. That what makes Gyrocopter that strong in early game. But I don't know. Maybe it's just me being biased against the hero. I don't know.
Yeah, yesterday they definitely Red Light actually didn't play a big part in their win because he was shut down so heavily by the aggressive tri lane of the enemy. And actually that might be the case this game as well because TCN with the Rubik Mirana and the Shadow Shaman, that would be like one of the ideal aggressive tri lanes, just 3 range heroes and they go for the OD for the mid lane. And well, I guess it will be OD against Beastmaster mid. And OD, he should be able to dominate it, I think.
Yeah, oh my god, this OD is a bad memory because I drafted OD in the game for Next Please. They were like just saying for fun, Hefla, what would you pick? And I was like, yeah, well, I would pick that OD mid that fits to your setup. And then they lost the game. They're making still jokes of me because of that. But oh well, this time OD is on TCN side. OD mid means always pain for whoever is going against the OD. It's such a hero where you can't pretty much win the lane unless you're either Dandy or someone is rotating in and helping you. Fact is, I think we're gonna see a rotation here. Freezer. Okay, never mind. I was actually thinking they're gonna lane up. Let's go for a fast introduction before they go for even more action here. Red light this time on the Gyrocopter Synergy, playing the Darks here. We have Keanu on the Beastmaster. Illusionist is following him here directly on the Sand King. And District 12 is playing the hero I'm most curious about how this one is gonna perform in this matchup. It's the Skyraf Mage.
And for TCN, who have invaded the enemy jungle so far, with Come With Me playing on the Rubik, Zizo of course up on the Shadow Shaman, leaving Freezer once again to play the carry Mirana, Arise taking up the mid lane role on the Outworld Devourer, and Leon, the last one, will be heading towards the off lane by the looks of it on the Clockwork.
Yep, I love how both teams are like going into the enemy jungle, checking if there's something, leaving wards behind. We see actually one ward here for the vision into the bottom ring. We see one ward which is blocking the camps here, and on the other side, TCN left a ward here at the big camp. I guess it's kind of good because the Darks here would have stacked that camp for like a triple stack or something, or quadruple stack, and the Darks here just putting an Iron Shell in there and farming it all over. But the game is starting, creeps are spawning. Do we see some D-warding coming out? I mean, Come With Me? No, actually Come With Me does not have any sentries left. So now I'm curious, how do you think that Beastmaster is going to perform against the OD? I don't think he stands a chance, to be honest.
Yeah, I really think that OD should at least be able to crush this lane, or maybe not completely crush, but definitely win it. Because Beastmaster, he doesn't have the highest mana pool and the rights. Once he gets a few points, well, not a few points, but a few stacks of Astral Imprisonment on him, just steals all the intelligence. And Beastmaster, usually he relies quite heavily to harass as well as farm with the wild axes. But yeah, with Astral Imprisonment, it's gonna be really hard for him.
Yep, definitely. It's also interesting here, like the Skyraf Mage going for, yep, that's why he's going for the slow first, just to get like the rocket barrage going from the Gyrocopter. So it's definitely an interesting setup, and the Clockwork, he has to be on spot with his cogs, otherwise this is gonna end really bad. And now, for example, there we see the first harass. It's gonna split among the creeps, but still, look at this, 50% down. The right clicks, of course, coming down as well. You already got the Basilisk string, so quite some right click coming out. 56 damage. So yeah, the Clockwork. Let's see if this is a good offline for him today.
Yeah, I mean, he should be able to get some levels at least as far as the Sanking is just pulling and not on the lane, because Skywrath Mage, not the highest pick of potential by enemies, at least not together with the Clockwork, not even together with the Gyrocopter that is. So,
And look at the mid, like look at this, it's so horrible. Like he doesn't even have mana to go for one axe. Like he's below the 120 threshold there. This is really sad. So he can just really hope that at some point the OD is just gonna miss the Astral Imprisonment or anything like that. So he has at least one axe. I mean, one set of axes coming out. So yeah, there, look, they're going Clockwork.
yeah, the power cogs are there. There's the Burrow Strike as well, though. I don't think he can escape. The homing missile hits correctly in the face, and with the rocket barrage red light, can he get the last hit for it? And he will successfully get the first blood. Do you think he's maybe gonna go super greedy and go for a Midas now with this?
I don't know, like I don't like the Midas on the Gyrocopter, except for the part that he gets, of course, the levels on it and of course the gold, but like, the item as such, I just don't like it, because the Gyrocopter has to work, I don't know, much more with his spells and everything. Oh,
mid lane, there's the shackle. Zizo gets Keanu trapped up, and with the telekinesis, an easy pick of 3 heroes. All of them range, just can wail on him with the right clicks at all times.
Yeah, he didn't even bother with his bottle. He knew he was dead there. He was just buying a bit time. That's pretty much it. So it's 1-1. In the mid, well, the rotations actually came out. It's the funny part, because this mid lane on the OD, it's under normal circumstances, the OD will always win his mid lane. But then again, if there's rotation on top of that against that poor Beastmaster, then there's nothing you can do. The funny thing is they can even repeat that. That's the sad part about it. Like Astro Imprisonment, anyone coming in with any sort of CC, may it be Cogs, may it be Shackles, may it be a Telekinesis, and this should be then, in theory at least, enough to actually get him down. The funny part is, he can't really do anything against it. I mean, he barely has mana for his access when the OD is keeping the stacks up, like, not to mention even his ultimate.
Yeah, OD just completely crashing. Of course, like you said as well, if there's a rotation on top of the tier already having the lane dominance, it just hurts them so damn bad. And looks like Illusionist, he wants to go for the kill. The slow comes out, the concussive shot, homing missile as well, but he's already under his tower.
Yep, absolutely. He still has to be careful, because if the full duration of the homing missile actually comes out, then yeah, this is enough to even, I don't know, get the setup for the rocket barrage. And what build do we actually see by the gyrocopter? I have to check now. He goes 2 points. Yep, 2 points into rocket barrage, 1 homing missile, the rest into flag cannon. Yeah, that's actually what I expected. Like, sometimes we actually see gyrocopters now after the buff, like, going for even more into the homing missile.
The homing missile definitely can be strong. I just think, especially for next, please, they don't have like the most stun to set things up, at least not early. Sure, the sanking is one, but the sanking doesn't get as close to the clockwork easily because Leon, he's playing really conservatively. So I think he actually might max out Rocket Barrage completely and then go for Flag Cannon.
Yeah, I'm just comparing the offlanes at the moment. Like the Clockwork is still a happy guy. He's also staying in range here for those side creeps. Like compare that to the Darkseer. I mean, he's getting here and there some CS. He actually has more CS than the Clockwork, but look at his level. Like he's completely zoned out. Really, Iron Shell, of course, just working for him. Level 3 versus level 5. And actually this is dangerous because TCN getting a Clockwork with level 6 while the Darkseer remains, I don't know, somewhere around level 4. Judging by the current XP per minute he got. So at some point the hookshot will come out and there will be absolutely nothing from the Darkseer in return. So it's really dangerous if you compare the offlanes. At some point Darkseer has to say hello to the jungle, which he's actually doing right now. And there is the soaring. So welcome to endless Iron Shells.
The only issue I have with this is the Sand King won't get to farm the stacks now because of it, and that will definitely delay his Blink Dagger at least. He's level 3 as well, so Sand King, I think, I mean, sure, he was part of the first blood. After that though, he maybe just should have started stacking and farming those up instead of just hanging on the lane, trying to maybe get the kill that wasn't really likely to begin with.
Look at mid. We have brown boots picked up, we have the gloves of haste, the null talisman and the bottle, of course, that was just from the laning stage. Midas or PT?
Well, Midas.
Midas, you think? Oh, there's...
Primal Roar, Wild Axe as well, he gets silenced up. The Telekinesis was there by coming with me, just a tad too late.
Nice ultimate there by the Beastmaster. Yep, beautifully done. This is exactly what he needed. Also, nice influx of XP he got there. He's almost level 7 compared to the OD, who was more than half a level ahead compared to the Beastmaster due to the kills on him.
I really think that he might not go for the Midas now. Then again, he died, so maybe he feels like he has to catch up even more. It just feels like to me that TCN, I mean, sure they have the Mirana as well as the OD, but it's not like the most heaviest of carries. It's like OD needs the items for the intelligence and mostly relies on his ultimate until the later game when he has like 4 points in Arcane Orb and whatnot. So
yeah, absolutely.
He just might need the farm and the levels. I mean, it's not necessary. I think he will try to go for a Midas, but if he gets picked off once again before that Midas, he may be forced to just quit the idea.
Yeah, absolutely. And this time we already been like joking about it. Red Light himself saying like I suck at last hitting, but the fact is, at the moment he doesn't suck at last hitting. Like compared to the other safe lane, he's actually leading. Has also like a similar lane control. Plus, of course, they got the first blood there. So this Gyrocopter actually doing very well. Freezer at the moment, well, they don't get that Darkseer down, that's the problem. Like, he is playing so passively. He's, well, now level 5. I already talked about the XP disadvantage he got compared to the Clockwork, but the fact is he's also getting, like, similar farm. And the question is, like, Freezer versus Gyrocopter on Red Light, or the other way around, Red Light on the Gyrocopter. It will be an interesting match, but now in the mid.
Yeah, they get the slow one arrives, they have the Primal Roar as the silence comes out, Wild Access to fly. And my god, if he ever wanted to go for the Midas, it's just getting delayed by so much.
It was also really nice what they did there because they actually faked. He actually faked the Astral Imprisonment cast. So uh, the first one of Keanu, the first Primal Roll was also faked, and then the Silence came first. So they're making sure like OD is not, I don't know, dodging that Primal Roll into Astral Imprisonment. So yep, well played by both.
Oh, bottom lane, there might be action in the tower. Actually, not denied, and Shackles hop onto Keanu as well. He's out of mana. Nothing he can do except for run away, and that's exactly what he's going for. Synergy Surge out as well, so the tower does go down, but at least they don't give away any kills.
Yeah, the tower eventually goes down anyway. The good thing is they don't give any bonus kill on top of it away, and that's exactly what they need. Because I already mentioned it. Like if you take both teams, you would, I don't know, you would disable everything that would lead to kills, and you would just go for farm. Then TCN wins. They just farm better. That's just a fact. We observed that now in both games. But next, please, they're more eager to fight and more eager to get kills. And simply with that fact, they can hold themselves in just like they did in game 1. So if next, please, keeps it up, especially now with the Primal Roll, which is like incredibly, it's like actually it's a stupidly low cooldown if you think about it. The amount of stun, the amount of disable, even through BKB coming out from this ultimate, and then on level 3, it's 70 seconds only, which is sometimes the duration of a team fight. So you might as well also see it twice in a team fight later on, and that's why I like it the most. Next, please, they have to find the kills, and if they do, they are definitely in a good shape to win this game.
Yeah, they certainly are. And actually, Rice managed to farm up his Hand of Midas now, so OD still went for it. Does want to catch up at least a little bit, and looks like they are on the hunt again. Leon has rotated around, wants to get the hook shot. The first one completely whiffed. Actually, if it had hit, then Rice wouldn't have died. But look at this massive stack getting farmed up at the moment. Oh my god, that's like a quadruple stack, I think, to begin with.
Yeah, it had to quadruple stack. Plus, of course, the troll summoner is also saying hello and spawning some additional skeletons. So this was some nice golden XP influx, and it was pretty much for the entire team. So this didn't go just to one hero. Actually, it's too bad that next please they didn't scout the enemy jungle. There's no wards left whatsoever because that stack that might as well go to the Sand King Sandstorm.
Yeah, you have to be careful when you're stacking jungles against enemies who can farm them up easily. Even the wild axes from Keanu would do a pretty nice job, and of course, red light as well with the flag cannon. And answering your earlier question, it does look like he maxed out Rocket Barrage first. So far, we don't really know what he's gonna max out second, but I really think it's probably
It's
gonna be
flag
flag
cannon.
cannon.
Yeah, it's like as I said, like it was just a random thought of me, like because we saw it on the support gyrocopters before that going for the homing missile with like the additional hits you need now to kill. It's pretty much since 6.81 buff on that spell. It's pretty much a secure stun unless there's an entire team and a tower maybe even standing around. But now TCN, we see a 4-man smoke here. The OD is the one who's still showing in the mid just to make a good impression and not giving it away, and I think they're gonna find someone. The question is who Illusionist in the Sandstorm. Oh, that arrow! Oh my god, the Centaur is eating it away!
So lucky for Illusion, it's unbelievable. The telekinesis does connect, the silences come out, but the cooldown up onto two heroes. Freeze are taking so much damage. A few right clicks all they need. District 12 now, he's caught with the battery shot, but Zizo gets Primal Roar, although Keanu has to escape, and OD pops his ultimate just for his synergy going in, though he has only level 1 vacuum, gets Hester imprisoned up as well. That's not a place to fight this. And a 2 for 2 in the end, but it's 2 supports for a core and a support. But that arrow, oh my freaking god, the center
Yes.
saves the day for them.
That Centaur was like troll and MVP at the same time. He was trolling that Mirana. I mean, the arrow would have been absolutely on target, but Jesus Christ, the Centaur coming out in that second. Now look at Red Light. Red Light farming some of the tasty Master Serpent wards, like also stealing some CS now from Synergy here, and now going back to base. But oh god, that Jesus, that was so funny.
Yeah, the center was so close to just dying from the sandstorm to begin with. And it was like, oh god, I really thought Illusionist is just gonna get arrowed in the face without even knowing and just dying straight away. Although if
Yep.
he had maybe, he went a little bit into panic mode, so tried to actually Burrow Strike out. If he had Burrow Strike and like ump onto 2 to 3 heroes, maybe it would have been different, but then again, it was pretty decent enough for next place as it was.
Yeah, of course, the burst strike damage, etc. It was definitely missing, and oh my god, did you just see that? Like Clockwork actually just attempted to block the ancient camp there, but he was like a second too late. So a bit off with the timing. If that rocket would have come like just a second earlier, that would have been a nice block because they spotted out how Sand King was going bottom, probably stacking the Ancients for Gyrocopter. He's maxing Flag Cannon, we already talked about it. So farming for him those stacks is pretty easy, even though it takes a bit longer than in 2013 because Flag Cannon, it has been nerfed.
Yeah, it still will be fast enough for him with the build he's going for. And the weird thing is that he actually hasn't dominated the creep with his helm yet. So there's nobody actually stacking the ancients unless somebody runs there themselves physically.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's gonna stun them too. Now I don't know why exactly they were scouting here. Oh yeah, it was because Sand King Illusion is actually getting out there. So yep, definitely good reaction. And yeah, now we see that. What's the next game plan for TCN? That's absolutely the question. We see one smoke here coming out by Sisu, and well, Moonlight Shadow is coming directly on top of it, and that's now the question: do they find something? We also, right? Well, hookshot it doesn't work. Now we actually have a sentry coming out here, and they probably are spotted. Yep, they are spotted, or no, they aren't. This is impossible. Red light. Didn't he see that under? No, he didn't see it because of fog of war. Now they go in. This is gonna be bad.
For sure. He uses the cooldown. He wants to kill Ciso in return. The first cooldown does connect. The right clicks are coming in. Oh, he just gets ditched. Freezer just runs away, and Ciso wild axes. It's enough damage for Red Light to finish him up. And I didn't see that one happening. I really thought Red Light is just gonna die there, but he didn't take a single point of damage.
Yeah, absolutely. It was kind of a bit unlucky, and now they go. Here is the slow directly from the Skyraf Mage. The homing missile will follow, but this definitely won't be enough.
That, I mean, Gyrocopter really nicely dodged into the trees as well, and of course the supports, they were so fast in the rotations to just come in and help. And next please, I mean, they're in a pretty firm grasp of this game at the moment. Sure, the OD is farming as is the Mirana, but I think next please, they just have more presence on the map.
Yeah, absolutely. It's, I don't know, at the moment also warding wise, there's a lot of nice stuff coming out by next please. I have to say that, especially that sentry top. I mean, it didn't lead to actually spotting out the shaman because, yeah, it was in fog of war. But like, if there would have been like a support around, they instantly would have known, okay, Sisu is there somewhere because, yeah, nice sentry. Either way. The only thing next please needs is getting some more tower. We have to look the first time in the crash. It's like almost at the 60 minutes mark. Looking at XP, it's pretty much a roller coaster of XP. So at the moment, it's like 1000 lead for next. But like the latest update shows, it goes a bit down. If you look at the gold graph, well, next with 3 kills ahead, it's like 2000 gold advantage. But now we see TCN being smoked up, and that's not the question. Can they turn around something here? I mean, OD is again the one showing in mid, maybe even supposed to be the bait. But next please, they don't care. They farm ancients here. They all go here to red light, and that is his BKB. That is pretty much his BKB. He needs one more big ancient, and then this is done. But at the same time, they're gonna lose the tier 1 tower. The cliff will slow this a bit down, but maybe directly after the Ancients, Next is saying like, okay, you take our tier 1, we take it then bottom for you. But, okay, TCN. Yeah, I think they have the other idea. Yep, there it comes. Come With Me is drawing it on the map. They want the other tier 1 too. Only problem is, this time, next please, they can rotate. And I think they won't rotate. No, actually 2 TPs back in the base. There won't be an answer to this tier 1, or at least just a small one.
Yeah, this might backfire heavily if they just go in with 1 or 2 heroes like Synergy. He's there alone at the moment, although you can see next please, they're rotating in, they're just running. I think they might get there in time if next please even want to contest the switch. I mean, with the Darkshire being level 8, the vacuum is only level 2, so it's not the easiest thing to do for them.
Yep, and now they actually all came here. The question is, no, the tower is not getting denied. Also, the cliff wasn't available because they already tried to buy time. And now, oh my god, the Moonlight Shadow comes out. And this sentry ward is still there, but they choose to go back. So Moonlight Shadow just to make a safe retreat, I guess? Or what was that?
I mean, it had to be. They really thought that next please must be coming from them. Maybe they thought that they're smoked up or something because they hadn't seen anybody on the map for quite some time. So better safe than sorry. I mean, we of course as casters, we know see the entire map, we know what's going on, but they just wanted to play it safe. They know that it's like on the edge at the moment. Either team who wins the first team fight. Oh,
Oh, that arrow. That's a long one. Freezer. You sneaky little Freezer.
it would have been so damn awesome if it actually would have gotten some follow up as well. It's a bit sad. My soul dies a little bit inside if I see 5 second arrows and there's no follow up at all. But
Yep.
Freezer,
They go into Roshan. Look at this. The Rosh pit is crowded. There is the Boar and the Necros tanking up Roshan. But there's already a fight going here in the mid. Oh my goodness.
yeah,
The
the hated
second.
Freezer just Primal Roar with the Mystic Flare on top. Oh my god, I mean,
Yep, it's the combination you set in the draft. Exactly coming out now here.
oh,
Oh, that hook shot.
Jesus. If the hookshot had landed, maybe they could have gotten something, but they don't have any blink daggers yet under support. Nope, doesn't look like it. So, but then again, there's no blink dagger yet on the Sanking either, and now with the death, it will be delayed even more. And it's actually really a late blink on Sanking. It's already 19
Yes.
minutes in.
19 minutes in, and well, eating arrows 2 in a row is maybe one reason for not having it.
He released the arrow magnet, and actually speaking of blink daggers, Come With Me has his own on the Rubik, so he can actually stay back, maybe try to steal a spell like the Primal Roar and blink in and use it against them. But well, one huge thing for next place is now that Kiana only 40 gold away from the Necro level 3.
There's like the inner beast up with those units with level 3 Necro. That means it's an easy Roshan for him. He can pretty much solo it. Unfortunately, there's like I like those Beastmasters. Oh my god, that was a gang on the Sun King. It was so fast. Did he catch an arrow? Oh my god, I think he caught an arrow again.
I think so. He's really the magnet, and he wants to get the blink dagger. Oh, they're searching up Kiana. Is there? He wants to get the Primal Mystic Flare. Is there as well? Leon dropping down to half HP, but he had a nice play mate. There's the Telekinesis to seriously Mass Serpent Wars as well. They used the mech, they used the Vacuum Wall. Also, 3 heroes. Looks like it's enough because the cooldown was on top of it all. Actually, the buyback on Sanking as well. I don't think it was the best thing, but Freezer is getting chased down. He's silenced up. He has to leave though, but still the homing missile is chasing him down. Will it be enough? And Freezer, he's going for the man fight now, trying to turn it around. Oh god, the surge once again. The homing missile will finally catch up, and this is the death for him for sure.
And look the damage of the homing missile when it's like that range, scaling with it. Plus, of course, the Skyrev Mage also having his buff there. Now, oh my god, Arise is killing that Necro Warrior and being super low HP there. Oh well, to be honest, this fight looked also so promising, but the problem is the arrow on the Beastmaster came pretty much in the same second when he already got this Primal Roar out, and from there on, Next Please had the initiation they wanted, and they got this fight. I mean, Beastmaster was really just standing around because this was also a very long range arrow, so I don't know. This fight could have gone either way, but Next Please definitely deciding this one for themselves.
Yeah, at the start it was like back and forth, like so anybody could have taken the fight, but once Darkseer actually got the Vacuum Wall up onto 3 heroes, followed by the cooldown on 2, that pretty much decided the fate of the fight, so TCN had to start backing off. But Next Please, it's hard to run away from a team who has Surge on them.
Yep,
Oh,
but in the
he
mid,
illusionist, oh my god. He actually gets Astral Imprison just as he used the Burrow Strike. District 12 coming in to help though, but there's the hookshot once again missing. He uses the Cox Illusionist trying to escape Mystic Flare, completely missing as well. Leon was that, but there's the Telekinesis and Sand King. He goes down again.
yep, too bad. I think he should have stayed there in his Sandstorm because they had no vision whatsoever. There was no dust. I'm just looking through the team setup. No, there was no dust. But they want to go again.
Oh, there's Hex Arrow onto Red Light with the Mass Serpent Wars. A nice Burrow Strike on top of it. There's the Vacuum, but there's no wall, no magic AoE damage. Oh, the call down though, finally coming out. Ciso gets blown up, but it's still a 3 for 3 so far. They lose the Rubik as well, 4 for 3, and now they're getting Freezer as
It's
well.
the team wipe. This is a team wipe. This is exactly what I said. Next, please. They have such a such a crazy setup. Just really for a fight. And the funny thing is, this was without Sand King. They just killed TCN 4 versus 5 with all these ultimates and setup.
Yeah, the call down did so much damage as well. It was level 2. He hit 3 heroes for both bounces, I think. And of course, I mean, the vacuum, at first it looked like it didn't have any follow-up to speak of. Just a vacuum on the three heroes, no wall on top, but the wall cooled off just in time, and of course wild access, and just some AoE damage from the ion shell and whatnot flowing around.
Yep. Also the necros actually making a huge difference, to be honest. Those necro creeps, they did so much damage. Like, it's absolutely powerful. Like, it's even they have to care about the collateral damage. Like Mirana, for example. Like he brought that necro warrior on, like, I don't know, 50 HP, and like if he would have popped it, then he would also have died from that damage. And it's now the third time or so. Like, I think they should go for more Necros. Necros in this game, they just work out. And yes, I'm kidding. No, of course, there are better items to go for, especially Sand King. Sand King needs that goddamn Blink Dagger ASAP. I mean, we're 23 minutes in. Illusionist, it's just not his game. He has to support more than he actually can farm. Now he's going for his level 4 Sandstorm, farming there, but he has to take care. He's always like the first one who dies, regardless of the jukes he's trying.
Yeah, it really sets some sort of like block for next please, because if they had the blink on Sanking, they could play way more aggressively. Like the first Roche, when they tried to do it, they could have easily gone for it if Sanking had just camped around with the blink dagger. But with no blink, they didn't have the luxury. But at the moment, they're just so far ahead, and the Roche, it's down to quarter HP. But oh, TCN, they are in position. Will Leon, oh, finally the hookshot connects. He gets Keanu, but there's the call down. BKB onto a right, he gets Primal Rod. The Primal Rod is stolen onto Red Light. In return, the Master Serpent was just right-clicking away on Red Light. He gets away, but he goes down as the BKB ends. And now District 12 under the Master Serpent was oh, wrong place to be. A 2-for-2 or no, District 12 actually survives. So a 2-for-1, it's not that bad for next. But TCN, if they get the Rose from it, it can be huge.
Well, that's the problem. They can get the Roshan, unless, of course, there's even more. And now,
Oh,
oh,
Epicenter coming out. There's the blink as well. He connects and he kills off Ciso. At the very least, Arise got a nice defensive disruption or Astral Imprisonment off. So a 3-for-3 in the end, or no, so synergy. The Arcane Orb level 4, so much damage. Freezer is there as well still. But Illusionist this time around, he won't die, but he's the only survivor for his team.
this was a total disaster for Next, please. Like, they went back there, and TCN going into Roshan, saying hello, and like, Next please had to try something. That's the problem. Giving Roshan there, that was of course not a good idea. And I don't know, Illusionist. Oh my god, yes!
Oh.
Yeah, he's gonna snatch the Aegis!
Oh, if he gets a kill on a Rise as well, that is gonna be so huge. I mean, it's gonna be really hard, but he might be able to do it. Sandstorm meter, hookshot used by Leon just for it. But he burrow stacks up to the high ground. Oh my freaking god. What a play. What a play.
Yeah, this is definitely coming in the Comic Con best of plays here. Like, what a nice snatch of the Sand King. Absolutely beautifully done. So Illusionist, I gonna buy him a beer today evening for that one.
That was so well played by him. If there would have been Aegis on TCN, it would have been so good for them in the next team fights. Although TCN now, with the BKB up on Arise, they definitely can take the team fights better like we saw in the last time already. And now Arise finally actually has time to go for intelligence items like the sheep stick.
Yep. Absolutely. I mean, it's 13-19 again. Next place has like the advantage when it comes to kills, but I don't know. Now I have smoke, but the smoke won't find anything. There's no one even near TCN at the moment. So the question is, what is Next Please doing? That's the interesting part. What is Next Please doing? Should they push? Should they farm? Who's coming out in the farm game? I mean, if this goes late, what's your prediction, Coacher?
Well, I think that actually TCN has a bit better late game. They don't have like the conventional massive hard clicking, right clicking heroes. But just because, first of all, they will definitely have a sheep stick on OD.
Oh, Moonlight Shadow. Look at this. I think TCN wants to turn.
Oh, the hookshot is there. There's the Hex as well. Can they actually lock down Red Light before the BKB? A nice portal, but the arrow connect. But the epicenter, it's huge, right? So he's just popping the level 3 ultimate. Vacuum wall, it's a bit that Red Light still alive. Finally goes down. A 3-for-0 and actually come with me. Managed to steal the wall as well. They're going for more though. District 12. He can't run away. Oh,
he wanted to get Freezer. That would have been a nice kill on Freezer, but oh well.
Just a team wipe and they got 0 kills from it. They didn't get to use the Primal Roar or the Call Down. Just so bad for them, and TCN actually looking at the graphs now as well. I think they will update maybe after this fight a little bit, but you can see that it was in the favor of Next Please, but suddenly TCN, they're running the show now.
Yeah, they've been just rushing. Oh my god, this is like this bad fight around the Roche pit. Even though the H's was snatched and everything, XP craft more than 5,000 now for TCN. Gold wise, yeah, it was like plus minus zeros, going a bit up and down according to how it was for the fights. TCN just farming so solidly, I have to say. And yeah, at the moment TCN leading, and they also got so close in equalizing the kill board here. It's well, next please. They have to think about something. Their timing has to be better, and of course, Red Light. He needs to be more tanky. He has to do more damage. Like he needs a lot more damage.
Yeah, he does at the moment, especially because the BKBs are coming out, so the Mystic Flare and just the magic nuke damage isn't enough. And speaking of BKBs, Zizo on the Shadow Shaman has his, so uninterrupted shackles to come out. They are level 3 as well, so it's a 4.25 second duration stun, which is 100%, unless they prime and roar Zizo, which will be an achievement for TCN anyway.
Yep, absolutely. It's I don't know. At the moment, I have the feeling I actually said it in both games we already casted, game 1 and game 2. It's 1-1 right now for all those people who join in later. The fact is, TCN just farms better at the moment. That's the problem. Also, they get the farm on the heroes where they actually need it. And this is something next, please. Next, please. They have some nice fights, some nice draft, good setups, good reactions in the fights. The problem is they can't keep this forever up like this. That's the problem. And the gyrocopter, unless he finds really a lot of farm, I just don't see this happening. But now Moonlight Shadow is coming out. There is actually a sentry, but
Oh, they get the blink with Come With Me. Telekinesis was there, but it was on a creep. There's the Mystic Flare as well. It doesn't do that much damage with Come With Me. He has to run away and has to do so fast. He still has the wall though, so if a team fight erupts, can use it, but doesn't look like Next Please are looking for the fight.
yeah, they were just saying hello to each other. That's pretty much it. But yeah, the problem with Red Light is really, I mean, he's now getting a javelin, so I know in the next 1,500 gold he's gonna have his MKB done. But still, MKB alone, this is, hmm, I don't know. It's not enough for this, and also against the BKBs because at the moment they just rely on so much magical damage coming out as well. I mean they have the Skywrath Mage, so at the moment you can't farm OD with it pretty much. You can't kill Freezer at some point because I am pretty sure Freezer is gonna buy a BKB as well, like selling his magic wand and BKB out instead of finishing the Manta. We saw that the game before already happening, and let's see actually what's happening here. I'm curious if Frieza actually goes for it, but yeah, it's becoming more and more hard for next place to find the fight, bring them to the enemy, and then yeah, focus the right targets. It's really all about this primal roar, positioning of the primal roar, and how much damage the gyrocopter can follow up with.
Yeah, it will be a lot harder though now for him to actually do some damage at all because Arise, he has his Sheep Stick, his level 3 ultimate, it hurts a lot now as well. Maybe everybody except like Skywrath and the Darkseer who can maybe survive it. Although the Darkseer pretty low on the intelligence part as well. So the OD, he's scary and he's not gonna stop now because I don't think he will actually die in a fight as long as he has the BKB.
Yeah, that's the problem. Like if he got like 1,600 HP, Arise here. It's funny because like the OD got even ganked often in the mid, and despite of course or like except the kills on the Beastmaster, he wasn't too great. But the problem is his ultimate, like in the last two fights, like really did so much work. Not just killing people or doing damage, also I don't know. Like taking away the mana that was so badly needed on like Skywrath, Mage, etc. Now we have a Moonlight Shadow. I think they saw this. I don't know. Something scouted that out. Maybe no, that ward was too far away. But the fact is, everything's missing. Synergy is here in the enemy jungle, clearing that one. But yeah, in the end, they won't find anything. It's interesting to be honest, because as I said, I think next week they are the guys who need to fight soon, very soon. We had 32 minutes. They have like a combat setup that is only relying on the gyrocopter getting super fat. Then again, I look at the gyrocopter and I just don't see a fat gyrocopter. I mean, Red Light, he did quite well this time compared to game 2, for example. But still, BKB and a MKB at 32 minutes, it won't be enough. Not enough damage.
At the moment it does need more because they can't really rely on their magic damage anymore because Freezer, like we discussed earlier, if he's going for it, he has the BKB. So I mean, if he gets to activate it in time before he gets stunned, he won't care at all. It's always a threat that the Sand King actually might get the blink stun on you anyway before you manage to pop the BKB. But if you do activate the BKB, then next, like you said, Gyrocopter, he needs to be their physical damage output.
Yep, he's also the one who goes through all the BKBs, and that's the problem. And I don't know, like, I just see this OD just becoming too fat. I see like all the free supports of Next Please dying to that hammer. It's level 3, his HP, like his int pool. Oh my god, I just don't see it. But now I think we might see a trade. No, actually, this won't even be a trade because they won't be as fast as they should be. Look at this, the tower is just melting down. Tower is down, and now we have the rotations here. Now they even have to care. Red light, if he doesn't go back, then he's really... Yep, this is really close to a pick off there. But it was just the two supports actually here rotating.
Yeah, at the moment, like I said, next play, I mean, they are the one who have to take the initiative and just have to react. I mean, if they delay this out, I mean, sure they have a chance of winning because of the lockdown from the Primal Roar and the Gyrocopter's potential of
Look what they want to do. Look what it, yeah, they TP'd actually in the mid to wrap around and get the kills. I don't know if anyone saw that, but the fact is, Next Please, they decide to go back, which is probably the wisest decision here, because Moonlight Shadow, that would be free here, with an arrow, with a hookshot initiation, and on the other side, that would have been also a lot of burst damage coming from the two supports, plus of course the telekinesis now. Though, oh my god, that arrow.
Oh, Dirty Hex as well. Hero actually doesn't connect, but Keanu will he get the Primal Roar? Doesn't look like it because he hammered from Arise. So much damage related. I mean, he's trying to do the best he can, but come with me. What a blink. Telekinesis onto Synergy. The wall comes up, but there's no vacuum to follow up. The Mystic Flare is a bit late as well, so Arise, he's just gonna kill everybody. And that's, once again, a completely free team wipe. TCN, they're on fire.
That's the biggest problem. That's exactly what I said. Everything relies on Keanu getting that Primal Roar off, and what happens? Keanu gets sheeped. I mean, the arrow was well played. I don't know if Red Light intended to do that, but the arrow was soaked by his BKB use. But the fact is, Keanu goes down, Primal Roar doesn't come, and as soon as that happens, the Next Please team fight is just crumbling. Arise is just too fat with that axe stick, and simply for that reason, yeah, they might go high ground. I mean, would they definitely go high ground? This is not the question here. The question is how much do they get. The respawns are about there. The Griff could buy some time, but I don't think, yeah, I don't think they want it even. They just go back, and even with some time, is that Roshan? I think the timing would be a bit horrible, to be honest. But they still go for it, it seems.
Yeah, I mean, it might completely backfire them going for it if it's not fast enough. Sure, Arise does a lot of damage, and suddenly Arise has a Shiva's card as well on the OD. His intelligence pool is getting pretty damn ridiculous. It's 176 already. So his ultimate multiplier, it does so much, but they're smoked up. They already used the Necro Book as well, but the Aegis go down. Arise has the Aegis. If they get the kills, it's all well and good from Next Place, but they can't really follow up, and now even a haste on OD now.
Yeah, absolutely. Nothing really they can do. It's the Roshan was really swift, and now of course they smoked up, but I don't know, this OD, unless you get the OD just as fast picked up as they did on Keanu on the Beastmaster, I just don't see the fights going their way anymore. And this is really sad because the start of the game was so amazing.
Yeah, they started out so damn well, but that one Roche fight, that's where it all started. They lost one fight, and ever since they haven't been able to find any pickoffs. And it comes down a bit to Illusionist not having the Blink Dagger on the Sand King early on, I think. They just weren't able to play aggressively enough and get the bigger lead than they already had. I mean, they got some nice team fights with the Blink Dagger afterwards, but it was just a little bit too late, and now they're just forced back to their base because they have to defend the tier 3 tower push.
Yep, absolutely. It's the problem is next please. At some point, I don't know, unless there's like a huge fight where TCN can just go high ground or even more high ground into another axe, then they have to go for turtle mode and hope for the best. The problem is TCN. Yep, there we see it. That's what I just wanted to say. Sand King is going down after a really nice combination of telekinesis and arrow, and I was just about to say that, but just in theory, but now it happened actually in practice. They will aim for pickups, and then followed up on that, they can just go high ground. So pick off 1 just happened on the Sand King, and this is forcing, yeah, Next Please into their base, turtling it out. But I don't know, against the Mass Serpent Wards, that's always a problem. Mass Serpent Wards come down, and if you don't get them down in time, you might even fight, you might even win the fight, but the damage is still done. Them focusing on the buildings, that means even if you team wipe the enemy, you still lost a tower or a Rex, and yeah, you already won Rex down in this case, and you can't lose anymore.
TCN, I mean, it's really hard now for Next Place to try to do anything because the OD just completely skyrocketed as far as net worth goes, and even Mirana now just bought himself a full up Mjolnir, so the lightning bounces even some more damage because there's no pipe. The only PKB that Next Place have is on the gyrocopter as well. So I mean, Next Place, they have to get the perfect fight now, like vacuum wall into a 3 to 4 man maybe burrow strike with the epicenter on top.
Yeah, and now we see exactly what I said. I mean, without the pickoff, but the Moonlight Shadow, I love how they use it. Oh my god, they go in.
There's the Hex PKB by Rise, just a few right clicks, he pops the ultimate as well. Actually, kind of a waste there. And oh, there's the cooldown as well. The Illusion is stunned up, there's the telekinesis. Nice wall back with the 3 heroes. Actually, they take care of the Rubik. Rise drops low as well. He had the Aegis, of course, but Zizo now uses the BKB, shackles up onto Keanu as well. Zizo, he's dropping low, but it's not enough as Rise comes back from the Aegis. He's gonna clean house. Are there any buybacks actually? No, there are not. The Darkseer has it, but it's not dead anyway. I mean, TCN, they might not get the racks, but the damage is still done with all the kills.
That's really the biggest problem. I mean, you saw it again. Oh my god, he's killing himself through the plate mail, that poor Skywrath mage. But the biggest mistake was that Keanu didn't die, but in the end it still worked because of the Aegis. Otherwise, that was, I don't know, still perfectly done by TCN. He wanted to go in, like surprise Keanu, kill him before the Primal Roar comes out. It failed, but then they prevailed either way. So TCN definitely in a position now to take a second set of Rex, even though, I mean, Darkseer is now back 10 seconds on the Sand King, 12 seconds on Red Light here, Gyrocopter. They're already blinking, they want to add maybe another kill pretty fast. Mac is coming out, all the creeps are healed up. Now, yeah, Cliff is buying some time, free her alive and actually go for something.
The vacuum comes out, the Berserk hits too as well. I think it was the wrong way around, but Illusionist, he's low, as is everybody else. The Rise does way too much right click damage than Red Light. Without the BKB, nothing he can do anymore. The Arcane Orb. So, actually, at Rise, a little bit of misplay, and the racks, they are intact, they are regening up as well. So Next Place, they hold on to this.
Oh, and there's even more action. Come with me here. It's finding Synergy, but Synergy... Oh no, he stole exactly the right thing to just go away, the Surge. Like, if he would have stolen anything else, I don't know. That, yeah. But the fact is, I'm surprised. Like, with that Cliff usage and the fast respawn, they actually managed to defend it. And, yeah, so Next Please still in the game. Then again, TCN still in a better shape. We have to look at the graph. Look at it, it's 20k. Of course now it's a bit subsiding, a bit stagnating above the 20k mark because of the last fight. But look at the gold graph. Like, there we are going forward to like 25 gold lead. It's absolutely surprised. To be honest, oh my god. Oh my god. I think TCN, they can just go through. Just respawn and go again. Because next time, if they try that pickup on Keanu and it works, this is game. Pretty much.
Yeah, that's all they need, one pickup, and actually now Zizo, he's so far for a support Shadow Shaman. BKB, Aghanim Scepter, Blink Dagger, and with the Aghanims, with the level 3 ultimate, they can easily just put it down at the racks, maybe go for the team fight, type the fountain a little bit, scare your enemy while the Mass Serpent Wars do all your dirty work for you. And well, I think Red Light, he's going at the moment for a Satanic. And it might be a cute idea and keeping himself alive for a bit longer, but I really think that he may have had to go for a Divine instead. They need more damage.
Divine Rush now, it's, I don't know, it's just not working. The problem is also his BKB is now on 4 seconds. He used it like every single fight. I mean, it's like really, it's a small miracle that they're still there holding on to 2 Rexes, but even if with the Divine and the Satanic, I don't know, I just don't see it happen, because after the 4 seconds, all you will get is just a sheep, and from there on, end of story.
I mean, yeah, he definitely needs more gold. Like, he needs to buy a new BKB, he needs to get more damage items, needs to finish up the Satanic and so on. I mean, they still have a chance. Like we saw, they are able to defend. But of course, TCN, they weren't there in full force anyway to begin with. So, I mean, TCN definitely in the driver's seat. I wouldn't count Next Please out yet. It's just a really steep uphill battle for them. As far as other things go, well, there's no new massive item pickups. Oh, actually there is. There's a refresher orb now up on a rise as well. I think he got it after the last fight. Oh, they moonlight to the wing. Can they get the hook shot from Leon? I think this might be the last fight of this game if it goes in the way of TCN now. And they're just completely abandoning the Rax, or they don't even know it. There's the Mass Serpent Wars. They have the Necro Pop by Kiano. Everybody's staying so far back, but they have to go because the Mass Serpent Wars, they're just killing off the Rax otherwise.
Yep,
Oh,
absolutely.
Kiano goes in as well. He actually doesn't get it. He's turned into a piglet. Do they have enough stuns? Illusion. There's the hook shot. Oh, ultimate number one. He uses actually both of them immediately, and that's GG.
Yeah, they know it right away there when that big bang came. That had to be GG. And yeah, TCN actually win here the grand final of the Comic Con 2014. That's absolutely amazing. Like TCN, I mean, we kind of expected it, but Next Place, they had such a amazing fight sometimes. The game one was absolutely unexpected. To be honest, I think TCN was even surprised how well Next Place was performing. So that being said, I'm looking forward to see those two teams, not just in Romania and local events, of course. We're definitely going to meet them in all the small tournaments around where we already casted them, made BJDL or Gigabyte or ISO or anything else. But I hope one of them, or the best would be both, find the jump into something higher. The fact is, I want to thank all of you, of course, for tuning in. And, well, shout out to all the people that helped us. That means XPC, Balkan Bears, of course, TCN and Next Please, Logitech sponsor, like the Make-A-Wish Foundation in the United States. Oh, United Arabian Emirates, and of course all the Comic-Con crew that made this possible, having us set up here our hardware, software, etc. It wasn't without issues and it wasn't without changes in schedule and everything, but the fact is, we got somehow through, and it was amazing 3 days. We're gonna enjoy the rest of the day here. There's a lot more stuff coming, of course, and, well, Culture, any plans today, evening, except for drinking with the teams?
I think maybe some sightseeing around Bucharest, trying out the kebab Omricon was talking about.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're definitely going to explore a bit more of Bucharest. And yeah, that's pretty much it. We're going to have fun, of course, with all the sponsors, helpers, teams, also those that dropped already. There will, of course, be a little celebration. Plus, of course, we're going to interview the teams actually live here on the Comic-Con, which also will be posted on YouTube as well. And yeah, this is pretty much the end of our cast. We leave the stream a bit on. And yeah, after that, we just switch it off. I hope you really had a good time here on the Comic Con. Oh, it's so loud. Oh, Counter-Strike is again loud. Oh, yeah. But anyway, guys, thanks for tuning in. We are Heflatv. My name is Heflatv. Coming with me is Culture. And that being said, we're out. It was an amazing weekend. We're so exhausted. Time to travel home.